We've heard Golden, we've heard Soda Pop, now it's time to hear your idol. This is another song sung by the Saja Boys, the film's villains, and of course the film is K-Pop Demon Hunters. I've been looking through the comments of my previous K-Pop Demon Hunter videos, and this song, Your Idol, is by far the most requested song. If you haven't seen my videos yet, make sure to check them out. They will be linked in the playlist in the description. Golden and Soda Pop were both very, very catchy. There's a reason why they're both viral, and guess what? So is this song. 162 million views on YouTube. Quite a few comments actually asked me to listen to the full version because that video with 162 million views is apparently a shorter version. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's get straight into it. Latin. What an intro to a song. It seems to be changing now. I feel like I am part of a cult. And I want to listen to that intro again because I feel like I heard a Dies Irae Illa, some Latin to start off with. So I want to listen again and try and see what the rest of the Latin was. I have a choral background, so I've sung a lot in Latin. So maybe I'll know what some of these words mean. Just to quickly keep you up to speed with where I am with K-Pop Demon Hunters. I haven't yet seen the film, but that will be next. So by the time this video is out, I will have watched and reacted to the film because a lot of you wanted that. So check the pinned comment of this video to find my reaction to the film. All right, that introduction, super interesting. We obviously get a big mix of old choral Latin, Requiem-esque mixing with modern. We have that really grungy bass at the bottom, you know, like vibrating basically the room. All of these people in the stadium, if they're hearing that, their bones would be vibrating. Yes, I know they're not real. I'm not quite sure what the staccato are in the background, giving some rhythmic energy, but they're certainly intense. The Latin there, Dies Irae Illa, it means the day of wrath. So quite foreboding lyrics. I'm not sure what the second line was. There, I think maledictus eros? Maledictus means cursed. So maledictus eros, I don't know, you will be cursed maybe? Maybe that's too obvious. I know that these guys are the villains. You have been cursed, we are all cursed. I don't know, something cursed. I love the subtitles as well. Saja Boys harmonizing demonically. Demonic is a word that comes to mind and I wanted to talk about that in a second. What was that? In flamas? Oh, in flames? In flamas? In flamas eternum, in eternal flames. So it could be you will be cursed in eternal flames. The day of wrath is upon us, that kind of thing. Very foreboding, very demonic, very dark, very, very dark, very intense. Blimey. Yeah, it seems very cultish. And with the video as well. After this, by the way, we will carry on with the song. Obviously, they've had to go with the color red. Demonic. And while we're here on this topic, I'd like to get your thoughts on something that's recently been brought to my attention quite a few times. Do you agree or disagree that we are seeing many popular artists starting to show such similar imagery, ritualistic imagery of demonic things, satanic, in their music videos and when they tour? I'm not that in touch with these popular artists, but I've done some research, some Googling, and I don't think anyone can disagree with that. So maybe K-Pop Demon Hunters is playing off this idea a little bit, or maybe it's trying to draw our attention to this fact. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, really interesting opening. Dies Irae, the day of wrath. The most famous example that I'm sure many of you will have heard of would be Mozart's unfinished Requiem. Choral harmony, just like we have here. And then the organ coming in the background just gives it a bit more of a dark feel. Let's carry on.
Keeping you in check, keeping you obsessed. Play me on repeat, good I'll be in your head. And time it hurts, play another verse. I can be a sanctuary. No, I'm the only one right now. I will love you more when it all burns down. More than power, more than gold. Yeah, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for your soul. I'm the only one who will love your sins. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Listen, cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I can be the star you rely on. Now follow the chair, you can't look away. Don't you know I'm here to save you? Have you running wild? Yeah, I'm all you need, I'ma be your idol. Reaching on the fame, cancel what I'm your idol.
Okay, rap section. Wow. Well, let's go over some of what we've heard so far. I like how there were some lyrics like, you can't look away. Yeah, you can't. It seems to just be a really well-produced film, doesn't it, in every aspect. So I really cannot wait to watch it, which I will be doing soon. Finally, I know. If you've seen my videos before, you'll know that I like to dig a bit deeper into the music, talk about the harmony, because I think that's the most important thing, really. Everything is built upon it. Obviously, the rhythms are important too. Yeah, sure, you can have great singers who can switch from chest voice to head voice, but it doesn't really matter if there's no other musical substance to make things interesting, such as what they do with the harmony and the rhythms, and maybe you don't hear too much of that stuff in other videos. So I want to start with the harmony, or in other words, the chords that they use in the song. We've heard Golden, we've heard Soda Pop. Hopefully you have seen my videos on Golden and Soda Pop, because in them I point out many similarities between the two in what they decide to do with the chords. But to massively summarize, they don't use more than 3 or 4 chords. Keeping it restricted and simple makes it much easier for us as a listener to become familiar with it, to get used to it, rather than having loads of crazy key changes and chord changes, modulations, all of that stuff. This song, no surprise, is exactly the same, except there are even fewer chords. It's mostly just 2 chords, to be honest. The root chord, E minor, and then it goes to A minor, and back. And that's it. And then at one moment it passes through B, and then... So I'll start from this bit and just listen out to E, the root note, down there in the bass, very grungy at the bottom of everything. That really shows us that we're not moving that much.
No, I'm the only one right now. More when it all burns down. More than power, more than gold. Yeah, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for your soul. I'm the only.
It's worth noting of these 3 chords, 2 of them are minor. Minor being sadder sounding chords, and then we have 1 major or happier sounding chord. So overall, much more of a sad, darker feel considering the song. That's in the verse. In the chorus, they change things up a little bit. We get 2 of the chords we've just seen, E, and then B, and then E, with a quick move to C. So it's... So in that regard, the chords that they use, it's really as restricted as it could be. 2 chords most of the time, spending a lot of time on each chord, so there are as few chord changes as possible, occasionally adding in a 3rd chord just for some extra harmonic movement. So if the harmony is quite simple, what do they do to make it interesting? Many things, but let's start with the rhythms.
Give me your desire. I can be the star you rely on.
I literally don't know where to start with the percussion and everything that they're doing, like the deep bass sound when the drum bass is coming in, everything they're doing to create this, dark sound, grungy, the various percussion lines, very modern and synthetic sounding, like it's played on one of those little machines. When the bass pedal is coming in to create that type of sound, every now and then disjointed, very spontaneous almost, creates syncopation, rhythmic energy.
Follow the chair, you can't look away. Don't you know I'm here to save you?
The rhythms of the melody here, it's keeping us quite regimented, right? We're thinking it's common time, but there's some swing to their melody. Why this happens? Well, it creates variety compared to what we had earlier. cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, boom. All the notes are equal lengths rather than dum-da-da-dum-da-da-dum. Little changes like that can really create rhythmic difference, and they do something else. If we go back a little bit more,
I'm here for your soul. I'm the only one who loves.
chum, 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 chum. This is called a hemiola, and it basically disrupts the numbers that we're thinking of in our head. So right now, the song we're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the hemiola comes in and makes us think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Give me your heart, now I'm here for your soul. I'm the only one who loves.
Sorry, that was difficult to go, but 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, only one. They know all the little tricks to make these songs catchy, and that's why they're so crazily popular right now. We get variety in the singing as well, in the ranges, low to high, chest voice, switching into head voice, smooth transitions, all of that.
I'm the only one who loves your sin.
Quite a contrast there. Boom, 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 starting down there and then going straight up. Yeah, but in chest voice as well, very powerful. And just in the background as well, we have this chorus constantly there, and strings as well, giving those rhythms.
Don't you know I'm here to save you? Everyone.
Bum, 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 bum. It's quite tricky to listen to that and them, and I mean the line I just paused on.
I'm here to save you.
But that first note of his is a real blended voice, such a smooth transition into the head voice. I've been talking longer than I should have. Let's carry on with the song. I forgot to mention that there's so much, but quite obvious peculiarity there in the strings. Again, very staccato, chun, 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 boom, boom. But we have these chromatic inflections in there now. Not your standard harmony by any means compared to the rest of the song. So that is a bit eerie, makes us feel a little bit uneasy, I think. Moving up.
Reaching on the fame, cancel watch out, I'm your idol. Thank you for the pain, cause it got me going viral. Yeah, 나지 않는 fever, making you a believer. 나를 위해 넌 존재하는 idol.
Don't let it show, keep it all inside. The pain and the shame, keep it out of sight. Your attention feels like an action. 이 순간, give me all your attention. You know I'm the only one who will love your sins. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Listen, cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I can be the star you rely on. Never hold it, you can't look away. Don't you know I'm here to save you? Got me running wild. Yeah, I'm all you need, I'ma be your idol.
Okay, changed section. We're not too far from the end, so I'll carry on in just a moment. And please, no spoilers in the comments about what those weird creatures are. Are they demons of sorts? To be fair, by the time you're watching this video, I would have watched the film, actually. Really interesting things in the video. I'm not going to talk about them because I will be watching the film soon. And the song, yeah, we've not really heard too much more in that section. The rap being the main thing, and rapping, as we know, is all about the rhythms. When you speak, well, it's not really speaking. Rapping, I often say, is very melodic. It's kind of halfway between singing and speaking.
Thank you for the pain, cause it got me going viral.
You know, there's a clear pitch to his rapping, but it's just the way he does it that really gives off the rapping feel. I think a lot of rap could technically be called singing by the actual definition of like tuneful speaking, maybe. I really like the touch of adding in these subtle backing vocals, not on the whole line, but just on some words.
The pain and the shame, keep it out of sight.
Up there at the end, very airy voice as well, which has a slightly more strained sound.
Out of sight. Your attention feels like an action. 이 순간, give me all your attention. You don't want.
Moving in parallel motion with the melody. A lot of nice touches, very subtle things in there that I'll need to listen to the song many more times to be able to pick them all up. Let's carry on until the end. We had quite a change, it seemed, in the music.
To the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. Watch me set the world on fire. Never hold it, you can't look away. No one is coming to save you. Now we're running wild. You're down on your knees, I'ma be your idol.
I got goosebumps there, actually. I don't know if it's the thought of, I'm guessing all these people have basically been brainwashed and are now walking to their maybe not so nice fate. I don't know. Maybe it's the change in the music here. Bow, 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 bow. Moving chromatically now away from our root. That sounds awful down there from our root. This slide up. Or even if we remove the middle note. Sounds very weird, coupled with how dark the music is. This sliding up sound. Yeah, moving up and up and up. Sorry, I'm doing awful impressions. It's just very intense. It's really intense, which I guess is the point of the song. It's probably serving a purpose to show us who the bad guys really are, or just how bad they are, maybe. It will be funny if I'm completely wrong about this. Remember, I've not seen the film just yet, so go easy on me in the comments. Anyway, we get out of this weirdness. And the offbeats there, oh, it's great. With the same words and melody from before, and they've just managed to merge it in so well. And on the melody, they've removed the harmony, more of a unison feel. When you have crowds reaching up to them, everyone walking off, you know, it's very, very well thought out. And basically, I need to watch the film now, don't I? So like I said, by the time you're watching this, I imagine I will have watched the film. Check the pinned comment to see if it's there. Thank you, as always, for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more K-pop Demon Hunters, let me know by pushing the algorithm. Give the video a like. Comments, they really do help. Either songs you'd like to see, or if you don't want to write any words, let's just leave a fire emoji for the kind of demonic underworld feeling that we get. Hit that little subscribe button if you haven't, and I will see you in the next one.